Today, we are going to let the cat out of the bag. I mean, to tell this secret, all right, don't tell anyone, all right? This has been a secret here. The surprise guest for my Saturday after Thanksgiving concert, 30th annual concert, is none other than Tom Kastle. So, and thank you for joining me here. All
Oh,
right.
thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So this is just for you watching here. Don't let anyone know that my surprise guest is going to be Tom. You know, I've been looking all over. The main reason I had a surprise guest is it was sort of a surprise for me. I had been looking for somebody with a sailorly voice, and and I said I knew I'd find somebody with a sailorly voice, but I didn't know who it was going to be. So I started off just by saying surprise guest, and I just have kept it on saying surprise guest because it's kind of fun. So Tom, I want to thank you so much for agreeing to join me, and so glad that I found you, and we'll get to play some music together.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Well, if you don't know about the Saturday after Thanksgiving concert, 30 years I've been doing this. I must have started before I was born. This has been a real family and community tradition in my hometown, Downers Grove. And typically, my parents and my siblings and my nieces and nephews would make baked goods for the entire audience. And they'd spend a full week baking for everyone. And we can't do that this time, so I have some other surprises. And also, we're letting people watch online. And if you'd like to get some of the family goods online, we are giving away my aunt and uncle's homemade fudge while supplies last. I think Pam says there's still just a little bit more, so if you order the fudge version of the tickets online, you can enjoy that while you're enjoying the music. Now we always give away a guitar. Tobias Music has donated a beautiful guitar this year, and a Washburn guitar, I believe. And then, so we'll raffle that off to people. It'll be open to people watching online and people who are there. So it's. I think it'll be nice to play in front of a live audience, Tom. Don't you? And have that energy.
Oh, definitely. I've missed that so much for the last year and a half.
Yes. Well, let's play a tune. Do you think you can wander in with some concertina notes on this? We're this is Monday live, so it's not a performance. It's just us having fun and playing what we want to play. So we'll be in the key of A, and this is the one that came entirely in a dream. And it was the first of the sailing songs that was to happen. And I want to thank the lady in my dream for writing this. She's a much better songwriter than I am. I'd like to sail the world again, feel the wind above the waves, and live from day to day, where life is not predictable, wondering what is round the very next bay. I'd like to raise the sails again, watching for the whales again, and never have to say, I wish that I had done the things that I can't do when I'm too old to play. To breathe again, love again, laugh again in real life. Despite the tides, worst of times, best of times, follow right behind. The mainsail was unfurled again, to be part of this world again on my time. I'd like to pull the anchor in, sail to where I've never been, with sunset on our lee. Awaken to the sparkles on Jack again. I am now back again in real life. Ooh, I'd like to sail the world again. Ooh, I'd like to sail the world again. Ooh, ooh, Oh, that was cool. A little shorter version of that for today. But even with the lag, that we're playing in different times. Actually, I think people watching in different places and listening in different places are hearing us coming in at different times. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. Uh, but this is for us. This is fun for us to do, regardless of where
Well,
it comes.
yeah, Mark says you two blend great together.
Oh, does it
I
really?
guess.
Wow. So
Yeah.
for him, it worked out fine.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. That's great. Oh, we have a bonjour here from Jean Marc from France. So listening in from France. So great. Great to see you. And David, couple Daves from Florida. Oh, I am playing in Florida next week. So come out and see me. It's let's see, the Villages and Ocala and St. Pete. So right next week, and that's on my website. So Florida people, uh, thanks for coming out, checking that out. And we have a note there. Tom Hankinson says hello for us, and great and early greetings from David Patrick. All right, nice. We have a lot of Daves here online today.
Yeah.
So, and thank you for those of you who are watching on YouTube. If you subscribe, just hit the little subscribe button. Then we can see your comments below. So just go ahead and do that. And then Facebook, I think I can see all the comments here. So, and I would love to hear your nice, beautiful, low sailorly voice doing something, Tom. We had such a great time. I tell you, when we were 2 months sailing up to the coast of Maine, we sailed right into the Swans Island Festival. It's the Sweet Chariot Festival. And the first thing that happens is a bunch of singers get on a schooner and they sail around to all the different boats in the harbor singing sea shanties.
Oh,
And
man.
it's, we're, toasting some, little whiskey and rum and stuff as people were singing shanties around us. So it was just like being transported into a different time and a different place.
It was amazing. I was doing a nursing home gig this afternoon nearby the house, and I was telling them about TikTok and how all of a sudden, after doing sea shanties for over 30 years, they're now popular. And I said, now you can tell your grandchildren that you were a good decade, before the TikTok shanty craze. You were in on it, singing shanties with Tom Kastle and all the other maritime singers around, decades before that. Way cool.
Yes. Well, sing one for us, Tom.
Okay. Well, this one goes back to the first boat I was on. The first tall ship was the schooner Charlotte Ann out of Chicago. She was a real deal. She was a Chesapeake Bay oyster boat built in 1888. Long story short, it was the first time I went sailing on a ship like that, and definitely got hooked. And sailed as crew. I got my captain's license 20 years ago now, and I'm still occasionally doing that with the tall ship Dennis Sullivan out of Milwaukee and a couple other ones too. But this one goes back to working on a ship where basically, if you were in Chicago or in the Great Lakes in the 1880s, you might find yourself 60 feet up in the rig with a bucket of tar slushing down the standing rigging while your mates down below were putting away everything else for the season. and then maybe trying to find a job in town or something like that, or going on the road. And 200 years later, I was finding myself 60 feet up in a mast with a bucket of tar, thinking things had not changed that much. And that's where this song comes from. Cold winds blow across the harbor, cold winds on the inland sea, same winds that called our fathers, cold winds are calling me. Ice forms on deck and whiskers, light a fire and stay below. Shut up tight, the winds all whisper. Pass the bottle, it's time to go. Cold winds blow across the harbor, cold winds on the inland sea, same winds that called our fathers, cold winds are calling me. Rise up, rise up, and dog the hedges. Mind your hands, the Crackton sword. Check the lines on your way inland. It's time to get a job ashore. Cold winds blow across the harbor, cold winds on the inland sea, same winds that call our fathers, cold winds are calling me. Sun and spray and full moon autumns, wood and water, frost and stone. Early snows mean early winters. Taste each season as it goes. Cold winds blow across the harbor, cold winds on the inland sea, same winds that called our fathers, cold winds are calling me.
Oh, I wanted
Can
to
you
sing
put a-
harmony with you on that. But, maybe I'll work up a harmony part for you. Yeah.
Oh, that
for
was
Saturday. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh yes.
I would
Yes,
love for you to
definitely.
sing some of my sailing songs that that I've written
Oh, I'll definitely
on
do
Saturday.
that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, it's just been an absolutely crazy week. I'm delving into theater the last half a dozen years, and they have this thing called Tech Week, and it's oh my god, it just means you never sleep. That's basically it, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Good.
I'm playing Voltaire
Oh, wow, Voltaire. Wow.
in a wonderful play called Emily. La Marquise du Châtelet defends her life tonight at the Bartel Theater in Madison, November 5 through 20. and it is pretty magical. It's pretty cool. And
Wow.
more lines than I've ever had, so hence the lack of sleep.
Yes, I can imagine. Well, this instrument here, you probably haven't seen this. I'll show you more of it there. This is a windjammer guitar, appropriate for the sailing tunes. And it was built in, I actually found it at the Harp Guitar Gathering. And let me see, I believe it's Connecticut where it was built, and just seemed to speak when I played the sailing tunes on it. So appropriately named. And it was the windjammers that were quite interesting. When we were sailing up to Maine, we pulled and dropped anchor, and we happened to be right next to the windjammer, the Stephen Tabor.
Oh,
And so that's one of those tall ships that you talked about.
definitely.
And
Yeah.
one of the historic ones from 1800s. And so I said to Brian, well, why don't we go see if we can take over the ship? So I put my guitar on my back as a weapon, and we took our little dinghy and rowed out to the boat and said, we're taking over the ship. And the captain said, well, that's good. I need a day off. I'm Captain Noah. Come on aboard.
Oh,
And
yes.
he turned out to be a blues player, a blues guitar player and harmonica player, and we ended up just jamming until the late night. And I wrote a song for Captain Noah. It's not done yet, but maybe I'll have it done for Saturday after Thanksgiving. But, so if you want information on that, I think I left a link there, murielanderson.com/DG will go directly to that. And you can pick up tickets either live or online. We have some hellos here. Sean said, I close my eyes and I'm in a medieval village. And Joyce also says hello. That's great. A lot of comments here. And Irene says,
Is that Tom Kastle?
yes, that is Tom Kastle here next to me. And let's see. Oh, yeah. And Brian from Acoustic Sailing says, our attached rum for the old cold winds. I think you just hooked him. So Brian is my captain, my significant other, and the two of us went together. If you have any sailing questions, I'll call Brian over. He's the sailor here. So great. And yeah, David says it's seriously inspiring Nova Scotia days. Yeah. All right. You've got some fans here, Tom. All right.
Oh, the
Okay.
Halifax Sea Music Festival back about 7 years ago. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, I wonder if that's what he's talking about. That was the last time I was up there.
Yeah. Great. Oh, Bunny says hello too. She's always here, and Scott from Ontario, Canada. So, and Greg from Tucson. All right. And so for Jean-Marc, it's Tuesday in France. So happy Tuesday to you, listening from France. All right. And let's see. And Scott, hey. Okay. Well, I was wondering, though, how you got into sailing. I mean, and how you got
Oh,
into doing these sea shanties and the sailing songs,
well, that was the thing. I mentioned the schooner Charlotte Ann, and my old partner Chris Castle and I were playing Irish pubs for the most part, and we wrote this song called "Song for the Whales," and it was based on a story we had heard in a pub. I think it was during one of the Old Town School of Folk Music's open mic nights decades ago. And it was about this fellow who would go out to sing to whales. And we wrote this song, and it was picking up some airplay, and we decided we wanted to do a promo for it. And we literally opened up the Chicago Yellow Pages and to look at chartering a boat, and we found the schooner Charlotte Ann in a great big pen and ink drawing, and got hooked into that. And then once you start doing that, and you get into folk music, there's a definite Venn diagram between folk music, sailing, environmentalism. I got to sail with a couple legs on the Clearwater with Pete Seeger,
Oh,
and
wow.
and then the Inland Seas Education Association, that was founded by a fellow named Tom Kelly, who is a marine biologist, who also was a mate of the month on the Clearwater once. So he started that organization up in Traverse City, and what he wanted to do is bring a Clearwater program to the Great Lakes, which he did, and now Inland Seas has a couple of vessels. They charter a couple vessels partially a part of the year from Traverse Tall Ship, and the schooner Dennis Sullivan that I'm still captaining once in a while in Milwaukee continues that program in Milwaukee. So and there are Clearwater type programs all over the world that are all essentially owe their ancestry to Pete Seeger and Clearwater.
Wow. Well, we would love to go out sometime when you're captaining
Yeah.
one of those. So
Well, they canceled the last 2 seasons, so we'll have to see how that goes. But I'm not sure when that's going to happen again. But there will be tall ship festivals in the Great Lakes this next summer. I'm scheduled to play in Detroit and Sandusky and maybe Duluth. I'm not sure. Some of them are. Everybody is still, understandably, up in the air, trying to decide what's going to happen. But definitely, once in a while, give yourself a little time to go on Google and just go Tall Ships Great Lakes and see what's happening, because there will be some definitely this summer.
Yes. Well, we'll be doing some different types of tunes at all these concerts, but heavily sailing sailing themed this time, because it was really an inspiration for me to go 2 months. It was the first time for me to go out as long, and just to become part of that world, leave this world for 2 months and become part of the ocean life. And we have a note here from Jim, who retired from sea life 21 years ago, and so nice to see you all there. And yeah, Greg says great vessel stories too. Yes. Well, I'll do. Well, maybe we should have you do one on guitar, Tom, and then before I play my next one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was. We were talking about different songs before we started tonight, and this is one. I had this lick in my mind. I was and I started fooling around with it. And long story short, I ended up writing a 200-year-old song that had already been written. So, and then I thought, well, what would Pete or Woody do? And it would be like, well, they just take that song and just do it anyway. So, this is my version of the Cuckoo, and with hats off to many old folklore traditional singers, I guess. 3, 4. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she sings as she flies, but she never sings cuckoo till the 4th day of July, to the 4th of July. And the nightingale sings so high in the tree, and sometimes she's singing just for me. Yeah, she's singing just for me. I was a blackbird, no, I'd whistle and sing, and I'd follow the vessel. My true love sails in, my true love sails in. And the hummingbird outside my window has the purest of tone, but she never will sing. She thinks that she's alone, she thinks that she's alone. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she sings and she flies, but she never sings cuckoo till the 4th day of July, till the 4th of July.
That is a different version of the cuckoo than I've heard before. Yes.
Most definitely. It's
Yeah.
funny. I didn't realize it now. Normally, I would stick my foot out on that last one, but you can't see it.
Oh yeah, right. That's the universal sign that the song is about to end. Is we do this,
Yeah.
right? Well, actually, our friend Bunny, who is trying to steal some licks from you, asks if you will move back so she can see your hands.
Oh,
And we have some hellos. Oh, hi from Mark in Ann Arbor, and Michael and Fino. Irene says it's a great version too, and Joseph. So thank you for the compliment.
Nice.
So, and Ray in Florida. So I hope you can come out to one of the shows. We are Northern Florida, yes. So anyone in Northern Florida, hope to see you next week. Boy, a real concert in front of real people. How about that?
oh,
Yeah, and if you happen to be in Savannah, Georgia, I'm just going to stop there, visit some friends. So just let me know. Maybe we can visit if you're on Sunday when we swing through there. When we were on that trip, I was doing these Monday lives, and people would find out, what harbor we were at, and say, "Hey, I'm just at the next harbor. Come over to my boat," and we would row over to the, next boat or sail over to the next boat. We got together with several people because of these Monday lives.
wow. I love that. I'm
Yeah.
doing a thing called the Midnight Cocktail Concert. And
Oh.
it's only once a month, but when COVID hit, all my singer-songwriter, folk music, acoustic people were all having concerts on Friday or Saturday night on Zoom or something. And they were all together at the same time. And so what I wanted to do was have something where it was like the after party. It's kind of like whenever you go to a concert or a play or a movie, you usually go somewhere afterwards. And with COVID, we could do this Zoom thing, but then we couldn't go out. So we do it once a month. This year it's on a Sunday unfortunately because of the play schedule. But the virtual doors open at 11:45, and then I do a concert from midnight till 1, and then we have the after party.
Yeah.
And we've stayed up till 4 o'clock Central Time, and we had some friends in Maine actually join us at 4 o'clock in the morning. And we said, "Well, what are you doing up so late?" And they said, "No, we just got up an hour earlier. We're making Bloody Marys. That's it." So it is coast to coast pretty much, a couple in Canada, and one woman from Singapore who came twice. So you
wow.
never know who's going to show up. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. We have some international folks here. Oh, Jean-Marc says, quand tu veux, tu viens en France. I would love to go back to France. And maybe I should do a tune for Jean-Marc here, since he has tuned in so late. I was, this is Monday, so I'll do what I've been working on today, what I've been writing today. I wonder if I should do it on this or the harp guitar. And... hang on.
Oh, that's not me.
That's, yes. That's You know what that is? That is my alarm to tell me I need to start getting ready for these Monday lives, because I have been on the East Coast near our sailboat in Long Island, and we just arrived here in Nashville. So we have gone from Eastern time to Central time. So my phone still thinks that we are on Eastern time, and getting ready to do Monday. So, so here we are in Nashville, where you can actually turn a dial and get heat like instantly. You know, you don't even have to go and gather the wood and light the fire and everything. So, like we do at Brian's little place on Fire Island Inlet. So that's where we start off from. So, oh yeah, I've got a tune from Fire Island Inlet I could do, but for Jean-Marc, today I was working on to seeing if I could translate Vincent into French. Because one of the programs I'm doing in Florida has kind of a French theme. So I don't know how my translation is doing. So Google Translate and I got together, and we did this translation. And then I changed the words around a little bit so they would be the right rhythm and rhyme. And so some of the lines are a little different from the original about the life of Vincent van Gogh. But so Jean-Marc, you would let me know how I'm doing on this translation. So I just learned French by ear from the Pimsleur course in my car, and then from being in the studio in France. So I just learned all the bad French there. Learned slang first. Okay, so I'll tune this down. Okay, I think I'm more or less in tune for this. Let's see. I'll start at instrumental to get it.
Étoilées les nuits, pantapelle bleu et gris. On regarde un jour d'été avec les yeux qui connaissent mes ténèbres, ombre sur colline. Et qui sont les arbres, les fleurs, les brises et les frissons des lieux, la terre des rubans blancs en sous colère. Maintenant je comprends ce que tu sais de me dire. Tu as souffert pour le sang de l'esprit, laissez de libérer. Une contemple pour une non pas sûr. Peut-être que jamais plus. Ils ne pourront pas t'aimer, mais ton amour est vrai. Aucun espoir n'était laissé une vue en cette nuit étoilée. tes pluies de vie, comme en font souvent les monts. J'aurais pu te dire, ce monde jamais été fait pour lui aussi que beau que toi.
Bravo.
Thank you. I think there was one line that I mispronounced. I think I said instead of let's see, the trees and the flowers. I think I said something like the trees in my refrigerator or something like that. But other than that, I think it's getting close. So we'll see. Oh yeah, Jean-Marc said merci. Okay. So he said that's a very nice gift. He said. So thank you, Jean-Marc. I'll let you make corrections to my French. You know. Great. Okay. And yeah, we have some other French-speaking people coming in there, and fantastic. Okay, great. We got so far no corrections, just some nice compliments. So thank you. So, well, we are nearing our time here, and so we just have had a lot of people, nice people, popping in saying hello. From Casco Bay there, and oh yeah, Robert. Robert's one of the people who we ran into through the Monday Lives. He took us around Gloucester, so that was great to meet him. And Brian's piping in and says, and the older Monday nights live on YouTube. They are actually on acoustic sailing program. So if you want to see some of our adventures and some little bits of how the Monday Lives played into that, you can go to the acoustic sailing channel on YouTube. So it's just youtube.com/acoustic sailing. And that's linked on my website as well. So yeah, and thank you to those who subscribed. I know that a bunch of people listening to Monday Lives have subscribed to the YouTube channel, to the acoustic sailing, and so it's great to see you there. So much appreciated. Well, we'll see you Saturday after Thanksgiving online, or maybe even there. Tom, do you want to finish us off with a tune? Do you have another one up your sleeve? Or I know we had only talked about doing.
I would love to do this for your person in Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, okay.
And this is a really pretty one that's, I think it's from the Helen Crichton collection. I got it from Clary Croft in Halifax. There we go. Yeah, E. It's a song that, according to Clary, was sung by fishermen going out of Halifax Harbor at least as late as maybe World War II, and it's got a really, really pretty chorus. And the chorus goes, moonlight, starlight, moonlight shines so bright, moonlight tonight, boy, starlight tonight. Light shines on the water. Now when you are a dreaming mother, when you are a dreaming mother, when you are a dreaming mother, don't forget to dream of me. Moonlight, Starlight, moonlight shines so bright. Moonlight tonight, boy, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water. Moonlight tonight, boy, starlight tonight. Take your sweetheart out for a stroll. Mind what you say, boys, mind what you tell her. Tell her how you cold her when the night grows cold. Moonlight, starlight, moonlight shines so bright. Moonlight tonight, boy, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water. Moonlight tonight, boy, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water.
Oh, yes. Moonlight on the water is one of the most beautiful things. Yes, there has ever been. So,
I'll start cooking dinner.
oh yeah. But Brian, do you want to just come in here and just say, Captain Brian is just waving goodbye to everyone here.
Captain Tom,
Hello, good to see you.
call me later if you want to talk Grampians.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, so long to everyone, and we'll see you all soon. We'll see you at least next Monday live, but hopefully have some of you in Florida and some of you after that Saturday after Thanksgiving show. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tom. Thank you all.
Thank you, darling. Take care.
Cheers.
You too. Bye.